Good morning, my caregivers. How are you this morning? Well, I'm about headed out to go and get my spiritual food today. And you ever have that when you go out, after you've been out all day, you come home, you don't feel like cooking? So what I'm doing is preparing my pesto sauce before I go. So let me just show you how I do my pesto sauce. Okay, in the food processor, I have, this is 2 cups of basil, but the recipe calls for 1. But I'm going to be sharing this. So I put 2 cups of basil and 3 cloves of garlic. Then I'm going to squeeze the juice of 1 lemon in here. Okay, 1 lemon. And I'm going to put about, say, a tablespoon or so of nutritional yeast. It's like the cheese that you replacing it with. Let's see, it's nutritional yeast. Okay. And I'm gonna put like a 1/4 cup. I'm not using pine nuts. Those things are expensive and crazy expensive. And walnuts are healthier. So I'm putting like a 1/4 cup. I'm just eyeballing because I make this so much. 1/4 cup of walnuts. And instead of using olive oil, we're using an avocado, a whole avocado. I put a whole avocado. Oops, sorry. I put a whole avocado in my pesto. The recipe, I think I put a half an avocado, but I'm putting a whole one. Like I said, I have 2 cups of the basil in here. Then I'm going to put in a 1/4 cup of water. Then I'm going to add water as I go to make it to the consistency if the 1/4 cup is not enough. And basically that's all you do, and you blend it up, and it's so delicious. And that's what I'm going to be making this pesto. And what I'm going to make with my pesto, I'm going to make some sandwiches, and I'm going to be using sourdough bread that only has 3 ingredients. Sourdough bread also, it doesn't move as quickly through your bloodstream, and so it doesn't give you that sugar spike like other breads do. So this one is a French sourdough. See if I can get the ingredients in here. Okay, I'll read in a minute. And it says it has organic wheat flour, filtered water, organic whole spelt flour. Well, it has, flour is the one ingredient. It has organic whole wheat flour and salt. That's all it has in it. And I am going to make a sandwich. And instead of using mayo, I'm going to be using the pesto. And I'm going to put some lettuce on it, tomato, some red onion. And if you want, you can like maybe stir fry some mushroom, put that on it if you like, or you can use baked tofu, put that on there, or you could just use it with the tomato and the red onion. And then I'm gonna put, it tastes really good with like a balsamic vinaigrette on top of there, but I don't use the balsamic vinaigrette so much because it's really strong for me. So I'm gonna put a little apple cider vinegar on there, and a little garlic powder, a little cayenne pepper, spice it up. So good. So that is what I'm going to have for lunch when I get back. And so I wanted to talk about using the avocado. Usually this recipe, the traditional recipe, uses olive oil. But olive oil really is nothing but pure fat. Now, before they make the olive oil, it's an olive, so healthy, full of vitamins and nutrients. But then once they press the oil out, you don't have those nutrients anymore. I did looked it up some, and it says once they squeeze all of that olive oil out, it just contains a tiny, small amount of vitamin E. That's it. So you're just eating pure fat. And if you're trying to lose weight, or you're dealing with heart disease, hypertension, and your arteries are not working properly, clogged up in there, that oil is not going to help you. Even though they say olive oil is healthy, it's really just pure fat. But they say, what is it? Is it good for you? Is it better? Well, better when you compare it, better than what? Better than seed oils? For sure. Better than soybean oil, canola oil? For sure. But is it good in general? No, it's just pure fat. So instead I use the avocado. The avocado is a healthy fat. It's full of nutrients and vitamins, and the pesto tastes great. I love it. You don't even miss the olive oil. It's just so good. So this is my recipe for pesto, and it's salt, oil, and sugar free. If you are interested in the recipe, you can click on the link below, and you can get not just the pesto recipe, but there's 2 other S.O.S, salt, oil, and sugar-free recipes that you can try. Some of the ones I use a lot. I think you'll enjoy them. So I am getting ready here to blend up this pesto, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Okay, it's done. I try to measure the amount of water I put in here to see how much water I would put, because I usually just eyeball it, but I winds up putting like 4 more quarter cups in here to get it to where I want it to. So it's about like this consistency. See it? So you can see. And it's, you know, it's maybe could have been a little thicker because I'm doing a spread on a bread. But, you know, it'll do. Now, sometimes, you know, when you cook, it don't always come out the way you want it. This is good. But sometimes it comes a little watery. Now that's fine if I'm going to use it in pasta, because you can use this in pasta. You can also put it on pizza, a vegan pizza, plant-based pizza. You can, like I said, sandwiches. You can just be creative with this pesto and use it in all kinds of things. Maybe on roasted vegetables. You know what I'm saying? So this is my pesto that I'm going to be using for my sandwiches. And I'm going to have a lot more, so I may make pasta with it. And then I have a recipe for the Parmesan cheese on top. Delicious. Okay, so guys, just want to share that with you. And if you would like this recipe and the other recipes, click the link below and they're yours. Now, again, you have to slowly add water as you do it to get the consistency that you like. You know, everybody likes what they like. All right, guys, you know what you got to do. You got to have an amazing day on purpose. And now I'm going to go get my real food, my spiritual food. Keep me going every day. All right, take care, you guys.